My name is Ahmed El-Walili. I'm a registered pharmacist since 2019. Pharmaceutical care in Canada, it revolves around a patient-centered approach. So soft skills that are valuable revolve around the ability to communicate in a patient-centric way. So addressing the patient's needs, listening to their concerns, and putting their input into your therapeutic plan is always an important thing.
Hi, I'm Carmen Peng, and I am a clinical pharmacist. So in my personal opinion and experience, empathy is actually the most important soft skill that I found made a massive difference. So just being able to understand the perspective of the individual and their individual situation, and being able to communicate in their language to best explain to them their treatment and also what their needs are.
I've been working in pharmacy related since I was 16. I decided I wanted to become a pharmacist because of that. So I had started as a cashier, and then I worked in the pharmacy as an assistant, and that's what made me decide I want to become a pharmacist. I think the most important is open communication skills, being able to speak with patients one-on-one, and also being able to multitask and handle multiple things going on at a time.
You should be very open, and you should be able to actively listen to the patient. Some nonverbal soft skills include good eye contact and open posture. So a few verbal soft skills might include knowing when to use medical terms and knowing how to elaborate in lay language. The proper enunciation of words is always important. So whether you're a student or after you become a licensed practicing pharmacist, you should always read a lot. Subscribe to magazines such as the Pharmacy Practice or the Canadian Pharmacist Journal. Join a pharmacy-related group like the OPA or the CPHA or the Canadian Healthcare Network. Keep tabs on their journals or newsletters like the OPA Bulletin or the OCP newsletter. Read the news pertaining to any changes regarding the pharmacy industry, the pharmaceuticals, or the healthcare sector as a whole.
So in addition to that, I do recommend using the guidelines provided by Diabetes Canada, Hypertension Canada. So they do update them every few years, and they include the use of the new medications and new treatments that are on the market. The next step would be resources such as Lexicon, which I personally find very useful in my practice as well as up to date.
For myself personally, and once you're licensed as a pharmacist, it's very important to stay up to date with changes within the landscape as well as with guidelines changing in the medical field all the time. So I do subscribe to the Ontario College of Pharmacists updates, Ontario Pharmacists Association, CCCEP, and various different guidelines from medical journals.
It was a long process in trying to find someone who was willing to take me. However, eventually I did find a place with Rexall. So one thing that I found very difficult was just knowing what the brand names versus the generic names. But I got a lot of practice. My mentor, my preceptor, was actually very patient and also very willing to help me and answer all the questions that I had. Because especially coming as an international graduate, that was a big difference in terms of just getting used to how the practice here works.
My advice is get hands-on experience as early as you can. Volunteer at a pharmacy just to get the experience of working in a Canadian pharmacy. Or even better, you can get a job as an assistant to see things happen firsthand.
I think it's very important to understand that this whole process takes a few years, and you have to be patient, you have to get involved, and you have to ask questions.
So the one advice I would definitely give is be patient. It is a long process, but it's well worth it in the end. In addition to that, be prepared. So making sure that you have the resources available to you, taking the time to go through that, and don't rush it. If you're able to get the experience in a pharmacy, that experience will propel you forward when you're actually in practice.
Also, try to find yourself a good mentor, someone that you can ask questions directly. Sometimes you can only learn things by experience, but gaining someone else's experience through mentorship is always a great idea. I still reach out to my mentors till now, asking for their advice and their opinions, and I always find help there.